I'm about to teach you guys how you can get dark matters without spending any money at all. You don't have to open any packs. You don't have to buy any MT. You don't have to buy any VC, okay? Let's get straight to it, man. If this video ends up helping you, consider subscribing because I know this video is going to help you out. For a fact, it will help you out. So, and you know, you don't want to miss out on future videos like this. So let's get straight to it. So if we take a look at the dark matters that are available in the game, today we just did get Kobe as well as Grant Hill. And these guys are very expensive. 730,000 for Kobe. We know Kobe's going to stay expensive. Grant Hill's at 400. And then obviously we have the other dark matters such as DeMar DeRozan, Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is like 200K. He's nothing crazy. But these guys are still all going to make you profit if you were to snipe them, right? Zion is expensive. This one is just ridiculous. And all these players, you got Wilt Chamberlain still here. Kareem, right? There's so many dark matters in the game at this point, but none of them go for buying out prices. If I put minimum bot to 500, none of them pop up, right? So if you want to get these dark matters, first off, you have to identify which player is it that you want. If you want Grant Hill, you have to know you're gonna have to spend at least 400,000 to get him, right? That one just ended at 430. This one's ending at 430 basically. If you want this Zion right here, you have to be willing to spend 600K. Or if you want D-Rose, you have to know he goes for 200K. Like whatever player you want, you have to just know his price and set that as a goal for yourself. Because the first thing you need to have is a number to shoot at. How much MT do I need to make in order to get the card that I want, right? So if you don't have enough MT right now, you need to understand how much or know exactly how much MT you're going to need. So for example, if I wanted to get Kobe, who's ending at basically 900K, well that one has a diamond chewing contract. But if I wanted to get Kobe, right, he's anywhere from like 7 to 900 or whatever, or 8 to 900. I can buy that right now with the amount of MT that I have, but I'm not willing to do that. If I had less MT, what would I do? What would be my approach if I had less than 100K MT, or if I had even just a few 100,000 MT and I wanted Kobe and I couldn't afford him? Well, there's a couple things that I would do. Either I would snipe the dark matters directly, or I would snipe other cards. So me personally, I think you should just use dark matter minimum bot 500 filter and just continue to use this. Now this filter is not consistent, but I do feel like it should get a little bit more consistent with the market crash, with some of the dark matters dropping in price like D-Rose and stuff, you know. So I think this filter will be a little bit more consistent, but it's not going to be nothing crazy consistent. Like don't expect that. You can always snipe opals too, and we're going to get into some opals that you can snipe and that you should snipe if you want to make the best profit. So that's the best way you can do it. Let's say you wanted Kobe, you'd either try to snipe Kobe on this dark matter filter or try to snipe some of the other dark matters. Like if you're using this filter, you get DeMar DeRozan, you get Grant Hill, you get anyone else, and you want Kobe and you don't care about anyone else, just sell the player back, and that brings you closer to being able to afford Kobe, right? And that goes for any other player. If you want a Grant Hill and you get Kobe, sell Kobe and get Grant Hill. If you for whatever reason you want Grant Hill and you don't want Kobe, you know, it's really up to you. But if you're not going to be sniping dark matters, which you don't have to, you have other options. You want to snipe opals, and there's some opal filters that you can use that are going to help you out. Now I'm not going to lie, there's been a big market crash with these new out of position packs that just came out. So these filters are flooded with tons of buy now opals. You can get opals for cheap nowadays. So what you want to do, I would recommend using the max buyout opal filter, because you can't really use opal filters anymore. There's not many opal filters, if any at all at this point, that you can use that is going to have players that go up for snipes. Like you can't really do much. The best opal snipe you can get right now is Kevin Durant's one of them. But this one is still good. The Nets one is still a good snipe, but he even went down in price. He's not even 200K anymore. This one is at almost 300K, so that's a good snipe. So I guess you can snipe Kevin Durant by his name. That's one thing you can do, and then you can see both of these. That's one opal filter you can use, right? Another one would be Giannis. Let me check Giannis real quick. Galaxy Opal Giannis. This one is basically 400K, and then this one is probably like 200K. This one is a diamond chewing a contract, so it'll probably even go for less than that if it didn't have that. But both of these are going to be snipes or give you profit if you were to get them. So you can either use dark matter filters, or you can use one of these filters to get yourself some extra MT. Because if you're not sniping the card that you want, that dark matter card that you want directly, you got to snipe other cards and then sell them back so you can just go out and bid on the dark matter that you want and be able to afford him. So yeah, Giannis and KD are probably some of the only filters I can think of, unless you're gonna snipe opals by their name in just one card. Well, those two filters were by name, but they had multiple cards on them, so it's a little different. But another guy, let me see Luka's price. Luka might have went down. This Luka is still like 300k, and this one Luka is expensive, bro. Yeah, you can snipe Luka if you want. Galaxy Opal Luka, there are 2 versions of him, so that might help you out a little bit. And that's another one you can do, but like there's not many, bro, to be honest with you. There's not many opal filters, but I'm giving you the best ones that you can use. So if you want to just snipe opals, like I said, regular opal filter, bro, this is the way you're gonna go. This is the only opal filter I would actually spend time on at this point, unless you have an enabled one. And even then, the enabled one, like I invested into the enabled one, and I'm thinking about even selling it back because there's not that many opals that go for good snipes anymore. So if I'm going to be sniping the good opals, I might as well just snipe them by their name instead of trying to snipe them off an enabled filter. Like, it's kind of crazy. But Rondo's the cheapest opal for 32k. So if that's the case, we want to lower this. You can filter out Rondo if you want to, but you don't have to. But I'm not going to. If I were to use this filter, I wouldn't. I mean, it can help to filter him out, but nah, we're not going to do that. So he's 32k, right? They'll take away 3,200 if you sold him for 32k off of the snipe, right? So you can set your max buyout to 2,800 on this filter. Now the prices may change by the time that you're watching this video, so you just have to adjust it. I don't know when you're gonna watch this video, but that's what he's at right now. If it goes high, if Rondo goes up in price, then you increase this. If he goes down in price, then you decrease the max buyout, and you just snipe like this. And you can get crazy opals for crazy amounts of MT, and you can get a lot of MT if you get good snipes on here. So just use this filter, man. Use this filter and stick with it. Be patient on it, because this can pay out pretty good for you. A budget opal filter right here. And what you want to do is just continue to use this, either this filter, the 3 filters you want to use, right? Or 3 kinds of filters, I should say. They're not just 3 filters, but 3 types of filters. Either this right here, this Galaxy Opal filter, or you can use the ones by the names that I gave you, which would be Giannis, Luka, and Kevin Durant, because those are like the most expensive opals in the game. Or you can use the dark matter filter. Which one is going to be most consistent? This one's going to be most consistent out of all of the ones, out of all the filters that you can use. The opal ones would probably be second, and then obviously the dark matter would be the least consistent. But the one that's going to pay out the most for you is going to be the dark matter, because they're the most expensive cards in the game at the time. And then you can actually have a chance of sniping the exact player that you want if you're lucky enough, and if you're committed enough, which can definitely happen. If you really want to use budget filters not relating to any opals or pink diamonds, I got a couple for you that I didn't name in my video from yesterday. So a couple of those would be a LaMelo Ball filter, which would be the first one, which someone actually told me about on the stream. So you're gonna go diamond, LaMelo Ball. Yeah, we're gonna go LaMelo Ball, and I'm gonna set my max buyout. I think he was going for around 10k if I'm not mistaken. So the cheapest one right here is 10,500. I would set the max buyout to like 8,500 and snipe like this. And today's Friday that I'm recording this, right? This filter would be best to use on Friday, the day that the packs come out, but this video is not gonna come out till Saturday. So, that's just unfortunate. But you can still use this filter and still get good snipes on it. Like, don't even worry about that. You can still get good snipes on here. All right, so the next filter is going to be Pink Diamond. You're going to change the name, and you're going to put this to Magic Johnson, because the Magic Pink Diamond is actually expensive. Now, there's 2 Pink Diamond Magics. There's an older one and there's a newer one. You're not really concerned as to which one you want to snipe. If you set up the filter in the way that I tell you to, just get whatever pops up, right? So as you can see, the cheapest one is right here, 57,950. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll set up the filter based upon that price right there. We'll just round that up to 58k. So they'll take away 5,800 MT if that's what we would sell it for, right? So we'll lower this and we'll put this to like 50k, I would say. 50k is a solid price because you're still going to make profit. If you were to buy one for 50k, sell it for 58k, after the tax you'll still make profit. So 50k Pink Diamond Magic, and that's all you need. And then obviously the Dwight Howard filter is still a viable filter. He did drop in price a little bit, but because his price is still around 5k MT, I think you can still, was it 5k or 7k? I think it's 5k. You can still snipe him. We're about to find out his price right now, don't even worry. Okay, 5,000, there's none popping up. So the cheapest is 6,000 right there. That was only one that popped up. Let me see. Okay, yeah, 6,000 MT is the cheapest. So because that's the case, they'll take away 600. Put your max buyout for this filter. You can put it to 5. You can put it to 5,200 or so, because that one Dwight Howard, the one that's 6K, that's gonna get bought out. So realistically, it's going for a little bit more than 6K. That one will get bought out, but 5,200, even 5,000 MT is good, right? Dwight Howard, and just obviously buy anything that pops up and sell it back. And there you got some budget filters for you. So I'm giving you these filters so you can afford the dark matter that you want. You know, it kind of veered off into a budget filter kind of video, or just a filter video in general. But if you use these filters that I just gave you, the budget ones, the Opal one, the ones by the name, right? The Opal ones that you snipe them by the name, or use the dark matter one, you're guaranteed you're gonna get the player that you want. You just have to continue. Don't buy any other players. If you want Kobe, don't buy anyone for your team. Don't worry about what other players you should pick up for your team. Just literally go ahead and get Kobe. Like, that's all you should be worried about. Just get Kobe, get whoever you want, Grant Hill or Wilt, whoever it is. Like, I'm gonna be on this dark matter filter myself because there's not many filters that you can use in the game at this point, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Dark matter is kind of one of the only good ones, you know. I mean, and it's inconsistent at that, so you got to be patient with it. Other than budget filters, there's not many filters. Like, opals are hard to snipe now unless you're using the regular opal filter. So just use the dark matter, use the regular opal filter, or use all the filters that I just gave you in this video. You know, just play around with them and alternate between them when one of them is dry. You save up your MT, you go for the player that you want. Remember, keep that goal in mind of the amount of MT that you need for whatever player it is that you want. You need Kobe, you know you need like 700k MT to get Kobe. And if you're at 100k MT, then you snipe the dark matters or you snipe the opals by their name. If you're at less than 100k MT, then you use the budget filters that I just gave you and you get to 100k MT, and then you use the dark matter snipe filters, or you use the opal ones by the name that I just gave you, like Luka, KD, and Giannis. Look at this Kobe, bro. With only 2 contracts, he's ending at 880,000 MT. Like, bro. Hey, bro, these guys are expensive, but you guys can absolutely do it. Don't get discouraged at their prices. Don't get discouraged if filters are dry for you at the time. Always keep pushing on. You're gonna get your dark matter player, I guarantee you. If you listen to what I said in this video, you will guaranteed get your dark matter player. I promise you that. You just gotta listen to my instructions, okay? Thank you for watching. If it was helpful, hit the subscribe, and I catch you in the next one. Peace out.